Enlightened World Network. Dr. Ruth Anderson here for a meditation a day. Today, our beautiful guest meditator is Eileen Murray. She comes to us from Canada. So glad she's here. Today, we're going to be working on the new Akashic Records and how they serve your life. So thank you for being here. Eileen, always a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you, Ruth. It's always lovely to be here and with everyone.
So I'm just going to get out of your way and let you start.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello, everyone. There's so much change happening in the world. And what I want to do today is take you through how I would introduce the new Akashic Records if we were doing, say, an information session. And so I'm going to invite you we're going to work with a question that you may have that you don't have an answer to. And you'll go to the place that you normally go to when you ask your questions in meditation. And then I'll open the regular records and you'll ask the same question. And then I'll open the new Akashic Records. And so it becomes an experience, because otherwise it just stays at the intellectual level. So you get to it, and there's no right or wrong. It's mainly, the main thing is just being honest with yourself of what you're seeing and feeling and the information. And if there's any resistance or fear or doubt, just bring that through those 3 stages and see what the difference is, if anything. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And breathe. And notice what's happening in and around your body and through your body, just as an observation, not changing anything, just noticing. And think of a question that you have about yourself or your life or your relationship with some person or some situation that you don't yet have an answer to. And just go to that place within yourself that you normally do and ask the question, what more can I know about this situation now? If anything. We'll just spend another 30 seconds. When you're on your own, you can spend longer if you like. And then I invite you to come back and just jot down in point form any information or what you saw, anything you received. And again, notice what's happening within your body and around your body. Okay, now I'm going to have another question for you to ask. How can I live my life more fully? How can I live life more fully and release any resistance or fear in relationship to living my life more fully? and go through the same process as you do. Okay, we'll spend another 30 seconds. Okay, just bring your attention back now. And now I'm going to open the regular records. And I'll explain about the Akashic records later, but I just don't want to influence you in any way. So I'm going to open the regular records. And that, in the way I was taught, is done as an invocation, and it's done in silence. So when the records are open of this group consciousness, I'm not going to get anything anything particular in relationship to anyone, but for the purposes here, I'm going to simply open the group consciousness. And when the records are open, I'll let you know. So again, we're going to ask those two questions. And I'm going to invite you again, just as I'm opening the records in silence, to be aware of what is going on in you and around your body, anything that you're noticing. So we'll begin now. The Akashic records are now open. So again, go inside and ask from the Akashic records, what do I need to know about this situation or person in my life? The first question that you had. Something that I don't already know. Is there any further information? And notice what's happening in your body, if anything, or around you. I'll just spend another 30 seconds. Okay, and just bring your attention back and just jot any focal points, any points that came through. What that experience was. And now I'm going to ask again, with the Akashic Records open, how can I live my life more fully and release any fears or resistances to living life more fully? Ask them to show you if there's any further information, how I can live life more fully, and if there's any fears or resistance to living my life more fully. How can working with the Akashic Records be of assistance? How can this benefit my life? And again, we'll spend another 30 seconds. And bring your attention back and just make note of anything you received from the Akashic Record. Okay, and so now whenever we're working with the Akashic Record, we close the Akashic Record for the group. And just notice if there's anything that's happening that you notice when I'm closing the Akashic Records. So we always give thanks to the masters, the teachers, the lords of the records, the emanations of the Godhead. They're a part of the team. They're the team that work with the Akashic Record. We give thanks for anything that has come through and anything that will continue to unfold in the days ahead. We give thanks. And I close the records now. Amen, amen, amen. The Akashic Record, your Akashic Record is now closed. So I close the group Akashic Record. And just notice if there's anything happening. And so now I'm going to open the new Akashic Record. And so I'll go through the prayer again in silence with the group. And when the new records are open, I'll let you know. And notice what you're experiencing as I open the new Akashic Record. Okay, the new Akashic records are now open. So ask your question from the new Akashic record, from the consciousness of the new Akashic record. You're asking the same question. We'll spend another 30 seconds. Okay, just make note of what you experienced in asking that question, anything that came through. Okay, now I'm going to ask the second question. How can I live my life more fully and release any fears or resistances to living life fully? We're asking this from the consciousness of the new Akashic record. How can I live life more fully and release any fears and resistances to living life more fully? Okay, we'll spend another 30 seconds. Okay, and now you can just jot down in point form any further information you received. Okay, now I'm going to close the new Akashic record, the group new Akashic record. So we give thanks to the masters, the lords of the records, the emanations, to all those who've been present for this group, and for all that has come forward and that which will continue to unfold in the days ahead. We give thanks. And I close your record now, the new Akashic record now. Amen, amen, amen. The new Akashic record is now closed. and feel if there's anything happening or you notice anything as the new Akashic record is now closed. And just while in this state, there's one little exercise I'd like to do with you. Just bring your attention down into the center of the earth and see what you see or feel what you experience, and see if she has anything to share with you as you bring your attention down to the center of the earth. And notice how your body feels. And now bring your attention back. And now bring your attention down into the heart of the new creation, the new earth. And what is happening through this experience as you're bringing your attention into the heart of the new creation? And does she have anything to share or show you? And how does your body respond? Then bring your attention back. And let us open to the heart of the divine love, that one infinite love that permeates everything, that out of love, divine love is the true expression of all form. So let us bring our own life, our own body, those of our family, and allow this love, this divine love, to be present to our life and our family and to all of creation. Let love be all of creation. Behind all form and within all form is the truth of this divine, one, infinite love. No matter what's happening, what we see, feel, the truth at the center of it is divine, infinite love expressing itself. And breathe. And we give thanks to this infinite divine one love that is the great knower of all, even in ways that we don't know, even when our senses experience limitation, it is there. All we have to do is ask it to be present in our awareness. No matter what our senses are feeling or experiencing, it is there. And breathe. And we give thanks for this one infinite love. That is what we are. Our true nature is the I am, that is one love, without boundary, without judgment. let it serve itself through us, through our day, even though we're not aware. We can make that intention that it is operative, and continually enlightening our awareness of its truth as us. And breathe. And when you feel ready, bring your attention back and see how your body is feeling. And if it has anything to share with you. When you feel ready, open your eyes.
Eileen, that was so interesting. Thank you so much. I felt such a difference between the old Akashic Records and the new Akashic Records. It was striking, the difference.
Mm-hmm. Can you share anything you're comfortable sharing with that? Just
Well, with the original Akashic Records, it was more in the moment, subject specific, like I was seeing specific things and feeling the weight of it and sort of the understanding of it and all of that. But then switching to the new Akashic Records, there were no specifics. There was no heaviness. It was, in comparison, it was color, and it was light, and it was love, and it was possibility. And it's like it wasn't grounded in any of the 3D-ness of the situations. And everything was just very high vibrational energy. And to both questions, both questions, it was just love.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it makes you go, oh, well, that's right, because that's all we are.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a very stark contrast for me.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, Ruth. That's and it'll be different for everyone. But what I want to say in relationship to the new Akashic record, the regular Akashic record is the way I was taught is it's the soul consciousness, but it's us and the soul. In the new, there's no division. It is the I am oneness as all. And when we learn to work with the records in that way, we're shifting out of the human limitation to our soul consciousness that is expressing itself as still our form. And it shows us where we're still in limited thinking, but without judgment, but we're being anchored as that light, just like what you talked about. It's beyond form, yet it expresses itself as form. So, I often see this with animals, like especially with dogs. They're in the moment, and young children, they're totally in the moment. They're not thinking, they're just in this joy. So it's the attributes of the divine are expressing themselves through these forms because they have no limitations. They're not thinking, and they're not putting it through the filters that we've all been conditioned with as our conditioned mind. So that's what the new is. So it's coming from the consciousness of wholeness and fullness already here, and yet showing us where we're still keeping ourselves limited, in compassion with that. And it dissolves it. But the more those programs are dissolved, the more the light we're able to hold and be and express and see. And it changes everything.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. And the question, how can I live my life more fully, is just a great question to be asking every day. Really, sometimes we just get so caught in the grind of the 3D and we don't look at what are all the possibilities.
Yes. And to know the invisible, all we have to do is have that desire for that and the intention, and then we let it go, and we're then calling on the invisible realm to support us, and it will show us when we're not, with love, so that we don't have to carry the burden. That's one of the biggest things I see between living the old way and the new, is we can put the burden down in the trust that we already are this, and it's showing itself more and more of where we're still limiting ourselves, but we don't have to work so hard at it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much. So Eileen, are you teaching classes right now? If somebody wants to work with you one-on-one, what can they expect?
Yes, I'm teaching. I'm happy to teach people. I do private consultations. I do coaching on an ongoing basis through the new. If somebody's going through a transition in their life, something's not working, or they just know they're shifting in some way. And I'm happy, even if there's a group of people who want to get a group together and do an information session, I'd be happy to do that, to answer questions, just like what we did here, with maybe more personal questions. So they can reach me through my email, which is murray50@gmail.com, or my website, which is eileenmurray1wixsite.com, the new creation.
Excellent. Thank you. And friends, I have worked with Eileen personally. I can tell you she is amazing, absolutely amazing. So please check her out. So Eileen, again, thank you. And friends, thank you for being here at Enlightened World Network. God bless you as you go through your day, and take care. We'll see you soon. Bye now.